this was just a 3-point game at half when you look at those last 2 quarters. What was the biggest difference maker?
They kept, they kept obviously blitzing Cam Thomas. I thought he did a good job getting rid of the ball, and then we found good shots. We just were not able to get stops. Basically, that was the main reason, because if you get a few stops, then we can start running, and that's how you make runs. I think that was the big difference maker right there. We could not defend enough in this game to get the win. We kept fighting, until the end, and that's what we want to do. With no excuses, supporting each other and moving forward.
This Knicks team didn't have Carl Anthony Towns with him in this game. Just in what ways did you see him kind of make his impact?
Yeah, he's another guy that he can get his own shots, right? Like, he can ISO, he can shoot the three. So, he's a good player, and he showed his abilities. But on our end, we are not concerned with that. We'll play and fight against whoever is in front of us, and whether we have more centers or less centers, we'll find a way to respond. So, once again, proud of the guys. A few things we could have done better with, especially in the defensive end. But we'll watch the film, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Understanding that you're not going to use your center issues as an alibi, but I mean your lack of finishing kind of around the rim, but in the paint area, how much did some of those points that you left on the board come back to haunt you?
It's a good question, and I don't know if we're going to find out, because we didn't have one center, so we don't know. Obviously, it's always good to have Nick. It's always good to have Dayron, because they've had great attitude, they've had great energy, and they just help the team. And the reality is, this is part of the NBA. Is guys will be out. The good thing is, not major injuries. They'll be back soon, and when they're back, we'll be happy to have them back. But right now, these are reality, and we'll find a way to fight.
Third quarter, you guys had 6 turnovers. They took 9 points off of that. What you think kind of led to those turnovers, and also for the second straight game? Like, what do you think changed in that third quarter where the Knicks were able to kind of get away a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know the trend of anything else other than taking care of the ball. 10 turnovers is a pretty good number. Anything under 14, 12 is a very good number. The nature of the turnovers is probably a little alarming, because if they get 15 points out of 10 turnovers, usually it means that it's like really bad ones, the ones that you pass it to the other team and they score a layup. So you get punished on defense, but the reality is you didn't take care of the ball. Probably you were not spaced properly. And that happens. Obviously, we'll watch it, and we'll see. Obviously, like I see right there, Ben had 3 to 8 assists, so that's a very good ratio. Again, 10 is a low number. We just got to see how those happen and address it, watch it, and be better next game.
And then the third quarter overall, just the last 2 games, any commonalities you see from the Knicks being able to pull away? Is it just a matter of starting slow, or just their defense? Anything you saw, just commonalities?
No, not until I watch the film. Right now, I pay attention, but I don't think I can do all the numbers and everything at once as coaching the game. So probably I'll be able to answer that question whenever I watch it, address it, and before that Charlotte game.
Obviously, you mentioned the defense not being able to get stops is the main issue, but did you feel like the quality of the offense when they were doubling Cam Thomas in the second half decreased, or did you feel like the team did the same good job in both halves getting offense out of that?
Yeah, I thought that we had really good shots. I thought we found the middle of the floor. We were filling the corners, and we were shooting corner threes. I mean, we shot almost 42% from 3. You think that you still want a little bit more. I would have wanted to shoot more threes. But back to our point with finishing at the rim, we should have been better. And if I see the percentages, I don't know what percentage of shots were at the rim. We were we were 12 for 30 in the paint, but those mid-paint, I don't know. So until I don't get the numbers, I don't know. I think that our spacing to get threes out of double teams was very good. And Cam did a good job just, finding his teammates right away. So a lot of those don't count as his assists, but he creates a double team, then he gets rid of the ball. That's a hockey assist. So I was happy with that.
Thank you, Jordi.
When you look at just the first half versus the second half, just in what ways did things change and adapt and adjust in that second half that allowed the Knicks to kind of go on that run?
Just a floating game. Towns got going for a second. They started hitting some shots, and we kind of hit a lull, and they were able to separate. And like you said, that's kind of the difference in the game right there. We were able to cut it down, have a couple opportunities to get it to 6 points, 8 points, 7 points, whatever it may be. We just couldn't shrink that gap. Close the third, early fourth, and it's a game of runs, and some of them just didn't go our way today.
How much of a problem was the finishing at the rim?
It's been a bit of a problem, I guess, but it's also on us to just attack the paint and find shooters. Obviously, we're shorthanded with bigs, and I think that definitely plays a part in it. But the good thing is we're going to keep attacking, and we're going to keep trying to score in the paint. And, the results will be the results, but we're going to keep on doing it.
The Knicks were able to kind of keep you guys starting slow in the third quarter, so I'm curious, do you see any commonalities these last two games with how the third quarter just kind of got off to a slow start for you guys?
Third quarter, just some things didn't really go our way early. I thought we had better energy and better effort in today's third quarter, though.
Finney, you lost by 2 today, with Lawrence. Did you feel any different today versus Friday's game?
No, I mean, today, put ourselves in the same position. Get down in the third, hang, get down in the third and fight back. Friday, we were able to close the gap and get back in and take the lead. Today, we just had a couple moments where, maybe they hit a shot or, we missed some or kind of missed a play, and those are opportunities for us to close the gap again. So it's a pretty similar story. Just shows that you can't rely on just fighting back like that every late third, early fourth quarter. We got to be able to be the team that takes those leads, and we have been at times. We have been, and teams have come back against us. So, like I always tell you guys, it's a work in progress. It's not going to be immediate with kind of new personnel, new coach, and everybody's kind of battling through injuries. But we're going to, go back to the drawing board and try to figure it all out.
You mentioned being shorthanded with the bigs. Probably Ovi's as big as anyone you guys have out there right now, let alone having Towns. I mean, is it just kind of you realize that, it's hard to get frustrated. You kind of play Brunson pretty well.
Yeah.
They just throw those big bodies at you on the inside.
It's an advantage for us too, being able to put him kind of in a pick and roll situation, make him guard, having to chase around Doe. So it's just, the personnel we have is the personnel we have, and I believe in all our guys. The advantages they might have on offense, we can create advantages of our own on offense, and we did at times. We just got to be better, and we all know that.
Was it strange playing against McHale for the first time these last couple games?
No, I played against him so much in terms of like practice and everything over the years. So it's he sometimes I want him to help more when he's on defense and stuff, and I'll tell him that. But that's my guy. Y'all know that, and we play together a lot of years, and it's good to see him doing well. I just want him to not play well when he plays us.
You guys did a pretty good job on Jalen Brunson tonight as opposed to Friday, but obviously the other 4 starters got at least 20 points. How frustrating is that to be able to neutralize the opposing team's best player and then the other players go away?
It is frustrating on one hand. On the other, I think the big moment in the game was when Carl started to score in that third quarter and kind of demand a lot of attention, and that was kind of stressing us out defensively. So that's the problem they present, and so it's with them. It's not just one guy you got to worry about. In the NBA, it's not just one guy you got to worry about. So like I said, man, we'll get back to the drawing board and figure out ways to kind of combat when we're a little small or shorthanded. Don't have the bigs that we usually have. and find ways to make those our advantages. I felt like we flew around, a little bit today, covered for each other, and played hard. We just got to be able to, get those bounces to go our way, and I think another key for us is just three-point attempts.
Cam, you talked about that you and Mikhail have gone against each other in practice and stuff, but what was it like in a game setting to be on the other side of that three-point celebration?
It's annoying. It's very annoying.
He looked at you a couple times on the bench and to
I'm
give
not.
it to you. What was
It's
that like?
annoying. It's very annoying.
Without Clax, I mean, you guys obviously are gonna have to do more with rebounding, so I guess kind of what have you seen, I guess, without looking at film, just what do you think you guys need to do to just kind of collectively fill that rebounding gap with Clax?
I think one thing we always want to do is run in transition, but we can't let that impact our defensive rebounding, especially when you're dealing with other teams' bigs. We got Dorian down there. He's a good rebounder, but he's really occupied boxing out. Same with Ben. So it's on everybody else to just kind of come back and rebound and kind of have that effort. And then, I think we're an in-shape team, so we just got to find that balance between running and everybody converging back on the ball.
Did you think, Carl Anthony, did you think it was going to be a flagrant two?
No, I didn't think it was going to be a flagrant two.
You don't ever think it's going to?
No, I mean, I don't think it was intentional, but he did do it. I don't think that was his intention. It is what it is. Moving on.